All right. Looks like we're up. Well, marvelous Monday morning to everybody. Twitch, future YouTube, and anybody that might be tuning in. Welcome to the first installment of Mass Effect Mondays. I am your host, Wes, aka Rack Attack 30, part of the Not So Hot Tamales streaming team. The purpose of this, or my segment of the crew, is to share my favorite games with you guys. So it's going to be pretty low key. Not going to 100% any of these games, especially not the first Mass Effect, because the Mako sections are a massive slog. But without further ado, these are going to be fairly short episodes, 30 to 45 minutes tops. So let's get into it. We'll start from scratch with Mass Effect 1. And no, I don't think many of these games that I play are not going to be brand new. They're going to be stuff that's been out for a while, because I am a broke boy and I cannot afford games every other day. But still, especially games like this, I like to play games that I can come back to at least every few months or a couple of years, because they just have such an emotional impact, or I just really enjoyed playing them. So Mass Effect is probably my all-time favorite series. So I'm very, very excited to share this with you guys. This trilogy is very long, so with 30 to 45 minute installments, it will take me a long time to get through the whole thing, especially stopping to let you guys digest the environments a little bit, because they get progressively more and more gorgeous as the games go on, and the dialogue is top tier. So a lot of times I'll skip dialogue because I've played these games multiple times and know what they're saying already. But it is a shame to skip through it for folks that have not experienced it yet. So we're going to do our best to give it the respect it deserves.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
All right, because we don't have very much time in these short episodes, I'm not going to really mess around with character creator that much. We're going to do default male Shepard, probably because he looks better than anything custom I could have come up with. Mine look really scuffed and ridiculous. Well, we'll do a new ID, because I don't know. I think the default locks you into a background. So we'll at least do a custom background. Yeah, we'll do John
to access your profile.
That way I can also point out the different classes and stuff that there are.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Yeah. Let's see. Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. You were born and raised on Mindwar, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindwar, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. You were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. Man, that's a word. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. We're going to be a good boy, because that's... I know that's boring, but that's how I always end up playing, because I can't be mean to some of these characters. They're just the best. So we'll do Spacer.
Psychological profile.
During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell the tale. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. Let's not do the PTSD or the get my own soldiers killed to get the job done. We'll be a good boy again.
Confirm military specialization.
I have a specific romance in mind because it is very PG and safe for work compared to some of the other ones in this game. Which, by the way, this game is rated M for mature, so if you have kids, this is probably not something that they will want to watch. For the most part, it's okay. It's just there's some swearing in the dialogues, and here and there's very rare references to like drugs and alcohol. And if you romance a squad mate, some of them have scenes that are not safe for work, but like I said, we're avoiding those this time around. So there's nothing to worry about on that front. Okay. We are... and of course, it's a sci-fi action shooting game, so people will be getting shot and such. Okay. We're going to go with Soldier. Oh, I forgot about this. We're probably gonna have Tally with us most of the game, so I don't necessarily need hacking or electronics. We'll go Barrier.
Confirm facial identification. Profile reconstruction complete. Identification confirmed.
Also, not to toot my own horn too much, but I've played this game enough that I can play on the highest difficulty. It might make some of the combat take a little bit longer, because I'm not so good that I can do the entire game on Insanity without dying. But I think Insanity, once you get used to the game, shows off the best way to combine squad powers and actually use tactics instead of just point gun, go boom, everybody dead. And also, once you've played through this game once or twice and get the hang of those systems, it's really not that hard anyway.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect! Man, that was a very fast opening blurb. I forgot about that. Oh, I get goosebumps every time I start this game.
The Arcturus
So
Prime
good.
relay's in range.
Joker!
Transmission sequence.
Commander?
Joker's voiced by Seth Green, by the way, and he's hilarious.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
Also, the Normandy is such a cool designed ship. Like, I've always loved the design. There we are,
Board is
boys!
green. Approach run has begun.
Also, just the mass relays are really a neat design, too.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
They're like ginormous space slingshots
Thrusters,
or railguns.
check.
Oh, sorry.
Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1,500K.
1,500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
Nihilus!
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant.
Oof.
Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I mean, to be fair, what Joker did is pretty impressive. He's easily one of the best pilots in the Alliance.
He
Yeah.
sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Probably because you don't take anything seriously unless you're actively flying the ship. Also, side note, Captain Anderson is voiced by Keith David, who is a legendary voice actor. And yes, if you've played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Cade Nolenko is also voiced by, I think somebody said in the chat, I guess his name is Raphael. I just know that he's the voice of, oh gosh, what's his name? The Republic soldier that joined your party in Knights of the Old Republic. Yes, Karth. Thank you.
Kill anyone who gets in their way.
You watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Which also, this game is made by BioWare, who is the same company that made Knights of the Old Republic. So, Knights of the Old Republic ran so that Mass Effect could sprint, basically. Because I'm not going to say Knights of the Old Republic walked, because KOTOR is amazing. But it definitely was like a prototype for what became Mass Effect.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
I don't feel safe talking to you by myself.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime.
Creature designs are great, too. Turians are so neat.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Also, fun fact for the dialogue. There's two main paths. There's Paragon, which means you basically are a nice person, renegade, which means you are a renegade. You do whatever it takes to get the job done, even if that means sacrificing teammates or making people angry. And then there's neutral. So top is usually the answer that gets you Paragon points. Bottom is what gets you renegade points. And middle is neutral, but I don't know why you would pick neutral. It literally does nothing for you unless you're just really hardcore role-playing, which I don't usually play games like that. I'm usually a goody two-shoes regardless, especially if it actually affects my stats and gameplay later on. So we're going to mostly be doing Paragon. In the later games, they introduce interrupts, which allow you to click a button during a cutscene and you take an action that is either Renegade or Paragon, depending on what it prompts you for. Which we will do some of those because they're either hilarious or really cool, even if they are technically Renegade. But I don't want to spoil anything like that for you guys. I'm going to try to spoil as little as possible because hopefully some of the people watching are experiencing this for the first time, and I really, it's a real shame to spoil anything about these games, for real.
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
Yeah?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
Space Dad!
This is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Dun dun dun!
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
I'm gonna not play dumb. We told the Council because it's a big deal.
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on board.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Oh, my.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Based. But yeah, I don't think it really explains it outright. You kind of have to go digging in some of the lore or really pay attention in some of the dialogue. But one of the first things that happened after humanity discovered the mass relays is they basically bumped into the Turians and both sides picked a fight. But now, I guess the Council intervened, if I remember correctly, and everybody's chill. Because the Turians, for the most part, actually seem to like humanity. I mean, yeah, there was the Blitz, but most of the ones you bump into in the game are actually pretty chill.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Alright, also, there's sometimes in certain conversations there's options to get, more lore and, extend the conversation, but again, short episodes, And also, I'd love to encourage some of y'all to play this for yourselves. So if you want to get deep, really deep into the lore and the world building, there's some fantastic world building in these games. That's one of the reasons I love them so incredibly much.
Just give the word,
Captain. I'd really encourage you to pick it up. I think they. Sorry.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Uh-oh.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Oh, God. Goosebumps every time.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker. Fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours, though, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
All right, we're actually in it now. All right, so here's our weapons wheel. We're gonna have Jenkins handle a shotgun. I'm gonna do an assault rifle because I'm a soldier. Caden is mostly a biotic, which we'll find more about that later on. That's basically space magic. So he's not trained on anything but a pistol. I mean, he can use the other stuff, he's just not going to be very good with it. Alright.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Also, I'm a bit of a loot goblin in games like this, so I'm not going to 100% the game, but I will do my best to make sure I get some of the best gear I can find. Once I get actual, like, Spectre weapons, there's almost no need for gear anymore. Especially in this first game, because they massively overdo it. Oh no, Jenkins! Jenkins!
Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
I totally forgot you can talk to him on the ship, and it makes it a little more sad. Because he's this very, like, I can't wait to get out there and get some action. And then that happens.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
How dare you kill the gas bags? Oh my goodness, they streamlined the gameplay so much between the original edition and the Legendary Edition remaster. The first game used to be such a slog. Ew. Those are the Geth. And we will learn a lot more about them going forward. Again, excellent design for characters.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Ashley!
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Move out.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
There is a reason for the spikes that they explain later, but again, I don't want to spoil it. The thing about the Geth is their shields are thick, but once you get through their shields, they're very, very flimsy. I honestly kind of like the clankers in Star Wars.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Roger that, Nihilus. Also, it's a little weird seeing somebody named Nihilus being like friendly when Darth Nihilus is terrifying in KOTOR.
Keep your guard up. Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
Space techno zombies! Okie dokie.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
Oh, this guy.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
I really don't have time to deal with this guy.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
If you're a renegade, you can talk to that guy more, and you can get so annoyed with him that you just punch him out instead of letting his meds help him. I don't do that, though, because I'm a good boy. Alright. I need to start wrapping this episode up. Okay, we need to get through this cutscene.
Saren.
Nihilus.
3 guesses who this guy is in the plot.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
No, Nihilus!
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
Giant dreadnought-sized mechanical squid. Woo! Hey, bye. Alright. I think that's a good place to leave it off for today. I know we didn't get very far into the actual gameplay, but again, I'm trying to take my time with it, let you guys enjoy the dialogue and the spectacle of it, while also saying my piece as we play. I'm planning on, and this is probably going to sound crazy, but I'm planning on reserving Mondays for Mass Effect, and having a different theme of games on Wednesdays, and then a third theme on Fridays. Wednesdays are probably going to be more like exploration, a little bit more cozy stuff. I say a little bit because I'm going to be playing stuff like Subnautica. And then Friday is going to be a bit more frenetic, action-packed, not as much dialogue, so we'll be doing stuff like Resi 4, Doom 2016, stuff like that. So if you guys would like to join me on those journeys, I would welcome the company. All right, I'm going to sign off for today, and I will see you next time.